My family were hard workers, and when I want to do something, I go all in, and it goes back to the belief factor because I knew it was real.
Yeah.
It was a lot more money. There's a bigger opportunity to make a lot more money than I was making working out on the farm.
Yeah, and flexibility too, right?
100%. Well, that's the biggest thing, right? Because you can always make money, but it's cliche, but you can never get your time back. That's wonderful, man. It's a very rewarding life. It's not an easy career by any means, but man, if you can get acclimated to the lay of the land,
Yeah.
then it can be easy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Eric said it today. He's like, when you start, be here in a year, right? Give it a year. Like, if you kind of give yourself a way out, you're already setting yourself up for failure. If you're not burning those boats. And so like coming in and holding yourself accountable, that's 100%. A huge thing.
One of the things that was in my mind too, like, there's no way this cannot work, because I was thinking to myself, what else are you going to do? You got a high school diploma. I was working out in the fields with wood ranches. And then my grandmother, rest her soul, she just passed away.
Sorry for your loss.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. Verlene Wood, she had a payday loan place over here back when payday loan places were booming. Yeah. And property management, she owned like 20, 25 houses. So my mom always helped out with that. And I was figuring, like, I'm working with the same demographics, the same age of people, but now I'm getting paid an hourly wage. Yeah. When right here, the income is sky's the limit.
How much hour was that? You remember?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Even like, so, and even I ventured out and I went to, they used to have a brake parts plant right here, employed a lot of people at one point. Yeah. And I worked there for like a month, and even that, working 40, 50 hours sometimes, making $300-400 a week. So when I came into this industry, it was like, there's no way that you can fail, because what else are you going to do? Yeah. I didn't want to have to be tethered to a career where I had to go punch the clock 10, 40, 50, 60 hours. Yeah. I wanted to get something that, I had to perform. Yeah. Right. And sales is one of those things that we don't get a punch a clock. We can go work 10, 12 hours a day and not make $1. Yeah. So it's a performance thing. And I've always been, in my eyes, a good performer.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. 100%. 100%. Well, so you came in the business. What did that look like? Like the training, like you remember like going back? Like,
yeah. So, I mean, so obviously I make music. I've, done shows, performed. So as far as like remembering words and remembering, scripts, that came pretty easy to me. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was, just a turnkey. Like, okay, the way I looked at it was like, Adam, Jesse, Nate, all these guys before me, all these agents that have been successful, especially you, because I know the script that you had given me was your personal one. Yeah. It's like you give every other agent, right? Yeah. My biggest thing was like, don't reinvent the wheel. These guys have made it happen. Just plug in. If these guys tell you this is what you have to do to be successful in this industry, this is what I'm going to do. When I start out, I got to go work 30, 40, 50 hours a week. Yep. I got to go and knock this many doors. I have to say this. I have to do the whole presentation from top to bottom and not cut any corners. Yeah. So my biggest thing was like, I'm just going to plug in and go hard. And luckily, I caught on pretty quick. Yeah. You were a very inspiring figure. And then, Jesse Escobar, the gentleman who took me out the first time, Nate Berrigan, Jesse really pumped me up the first day I did the presentation, because I knew it. Yeah. I came in prepared. I wasn't, half-assing it one bit. And he had said, hey, you're doing the next presentation. He's like, you're like one of the only people that comes in the first day and knew the presentation. So that kind of pumped me up. Yeah. And after I got pumped up and after I had some success, I was like, man, okay, now I just got to rinse and repeat.
Yeah. And coming from Jesse, Jesse's a killer.
Killer. Been in the game a long time. Spanish, bilingual, English. Yeah, Yeah. Very, very lucky to be able to train with him too, because I felt like our personalities meshed really well.
So that's a big thing too, right? Is like when you're finding like an upline, you're finding a mentor, you want to find someone that you enjoy, because if you're going to be successful, you guys are going to be talking
all the time.
You with him or her, you're going to be talking throughout the day. Yeah. My first day in the field, I think I called my manager probably like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, by like the 5th call, I'm like, hey man, I feel bad. And he's like, dude, you sold 3 or 4 policies. He's like, dude, call me.
And now that I'm in the management game, that is the best feeling if someone calls you 4 or 5, especially like a new recruit coming in, because that means they're out there working, right? Yeah. I always tell it, the more I hear from you, the better. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. And that's one of the, when you first train somebody, you want to get them in the car, rub elbows with them to see if you can even mesh well with them. Yep. So yeah, definitely.